missing the goal. Miss this one when it snow. And I can't find the feeling. And I wish I could be there for you. When you're out on the road, I write your name in the snow. Now I'm missing the feeling.
All right, everybody, so welcome back. So we are now joined on set by Simon Lioto. He will be heading to the Czech Republic to represent Trinidad and Tobago in a knife throwing competition. All right, so the event is going to be held on the 26th to the 28th of June. Simon, thank you very much for coming this morning.
Hi, good morning, Marlon. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, Simon, it's just a few days before you head out to the Czech Republic, right?
Yeah. It's been a hectic year of training and getting everybody ready for this tournament.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about, because I am aware of competitions such as these, and I know of the sport, but what is the scene like in Trinidad and Tobago, and how did you get involved in this?
Well, I started up this whole thing because I like knife throwing. I always like knife throwing, so I followed my passion and I went out there and I did my thing, right? And coming back, I decided to bring it back and try and get everybody involved. And 2 places have opened up since.
Really?
There's a place called the Haven down in Chaguaramas where you can go and throw. And you can go to Couva in the Atobulon Stadium. There's Tv6 that just opened up as well. So it's getting up there. Everybody's getting involved, and I'm very happy with how it's moving.
So, all right. So there has been an interest in the sport in Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, but is it a professional sport?
It is a professional sport outside. Mm-hmm. Like axe throwing almost made it into the Olympics this year. Right, because there are over 20,000 axe throwers in the world. All right, I would like knife throwing to get into the Olympics, but I believe axe throwing will get in sooner due to its popularity. Knife throwing, on the other hand, is a more precise sport, so it's a lot more technique and it's more of a sport, because there's a lot of skills involved.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about this knife throwing competition that you participated in England, and I suspect it is because of your placing in that you're now heading to the Czech Republic?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I went to my first World Championships was last year, 2024. That was in Louth, England, of which I did pretty well on my first international tournament. Since then, I have done 2 online international tournaments, which I also placed in top 100 in the world. Mm-hmm. And this year, the Czech Republic has the World Championships, and this one is going to be rough because a lot of big names are out this year.
Mm-hmm. And tell us a little bit about your preparation for this competition.
Oh, well, I train pretty much at least 2 hours a day.
Right. Okay.
And there are about 19 different disciplines in knife throwing, from rotational to axe throwing to no-spin throwing. They have long distance, speed knives, quick draw knives. So for each individual discipline, I've put in a lot of work into technique. So there is the fastest knife draw, there is the longest distance, and there's the longest distance no spin, which I believe the world record is 21 meters.
So it's a straight through?
It's a straight through.
Like an arrow?
I can show you. So these are 2 knives I got.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I got sponsored from a company in China called JXC GXO. Mm-hmm. So these are JXC GXO knives. This is the Reborn, which is a very nice knife. And this is called a throwing spike. Mm-hmm. And if you can see, it's a very nice...
Yeah. Studio, can we see the knives? Can I see one? Yeah. All right. I have the knives here. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a weighted, right, Simon?
Yes, they are heavy and they're not sharp. They're just a point to stick into the target.
Right. And these are professional knives.
These are professional knives.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you say that we were speaking about a straight throw. You said?
Yes.
Yeah. So the knife has to be like this, not to be thrown to be thrown like this, but to be thrown like this, but it has to be a straight throw without it spinning.
Yes, you control you cancel the rotation for it to fly straight. So that way you don't need to worry about your distance from your target or anything, because with rotational throwing is more exact stand up here, holding knife this way. whereas no spin is a more what we call instinctive throwing.
So Simon, what do you need? Do you need anything? Do you need any assistance to go to the competition?
Yes, and last year I was the first person and the only person going to the competition. Since I've come back, awareness and people got involved, and there are other people who want to go. And I have one other person who is registered for this tournament who has been training for an entire year. Right? Andre Mohammed. And he has trained with me for the entire year, like in the Shaolin Temple. All right? And we are ready to represent Trinidad. And due to the fact that last year I went by myself to England, right? It didn't cost as much as it's costing to go to Czech Republic, which is we have to stop off and get another flight. So I really want to ask everybody in Trinidad just to help get Trinidad on the world stage and let us do our best. And I have a GoFundMe that I set up, and it's quite a heavy bill to get us there.
Yeah. What's the bill like, Simon? How much money you need, Simon?
It's about, I would say, we need a minimum of 29,000 TT to get us there. So I've been pushing hard. I have a couple of sponsors who I'm so happy they came on board. That's L&W Engineering and Electrical. They have donated. AE Tactical has donated. And then I've been reaching out to more sponsorship and hoping to get everybody on board for this journey, because I want to show Trinidad to the world.
Yeah.
You know, I already had people come from the last tournament to our carnival this year, and
Simon, you're an ambassador.
We have so much to offer in this country. We have so much to offer.
Yeah. All right. So let's get Simon needs and his colleague, right?
Yes.
He needs $29,000 to head to the Czech Republic. All right, to this competition. All right. How do people get in contact with you?
Well, I'm on all social platforms.
Right.
So my TikTok, you could check me on TikTok, the Simon_the Mantis. It's the same on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Simon_the Mantis. Simon Lioto on Facebook and Instagram. My number is 678-4770.
We do have it there.
And you can call me. You can WhatsApp me on 499-7048 as well.
Yeah. All right, Simon, anything else you'd like to tell us before you leave us this morning?
I would like everybody to believe in themselves. Go out there and do what you came here to do. All right? We're all individuals, and we're all here to make the best of our existence.
Yeah. This is a good sport for me, you know. You all. Studio is telling me no. Simon, thank you very much for coming this morning. We wish
you so much, Marlon, for having me.
Of course, and Simon's contact information is up there. Please help Simon and his colleague to get to this championship in the Czech Republic. Of course, it's being held on the 26th to the 28th of June 2025. So he is expected to leave Trinidad and Tobago on June 24th. Again, they need just $29,000. Let's make it happen. All right, Simon. Bye for now. All right, everybody. Simon, don't go anywhere as yet. We're coming back, everybody.
To keep the music playing, to keep the music rotating. Big up the people who just fight for way.